What's going on, boys? Ryjack back here for another video. Today is a live stream. It's a little preamble for the watch along that we have going on tonight for City's game versus Al Ain of the Qatari League, I believe. Of course, that game will be on 9 o'clock tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time for those in the US. And I think that's 2 a.m. UK time for those people. So if your favorite streamer over in the UK is not as big a fan as I am and they are sleeping for the game, I will be live for the live watch along. So do come over, hang out with me in the chat, watch the game. It'll be awesome. So before we start, any new people, like, sub, comment, let me know, all that good stuff. We're on the road to 200 subs, very close. All Things Football is here in the chat already. My OG #1 supporter. How are you doing? Hope you are well. Anyway, let's talk about this game, guys. Let's just get right into it. We have right here Man City, Al Ain, tonight at 9. Like I said, we are just over 9 hours away from the game, which is always, very, very exciting. There is not a listed squad here for Al Ain, so I don't really know what to go off of other than clicking on their game. I did watch this against Juventus. They got absolutely pumped. It was brutal from Al Ain. Now, Juventus is obviously a good side, but Al Ain did not really offer much at all. They were pretty bad. Rui Patricio is someone obviously many of you guys will have heard of. He is their goalie. Other players of note that I at least have heard of: Kaku, I've heard of from FIFA, and same for Rahimi. I've heard of him because of FIFA, but other than that, not much familiarity there. I wonder, most of the countries here, not super familiar with most of these players, really. But no worries. This is another feel it out type of game for City. Pep has suggested there will be heavy rotation. If I could find that tweet, he said there will be 10 new players starting, which is fantastic. It's something that I really like to see. We see All Things Football says, how did Cambiasso do? He was very good, not going to lie. Cambiasso was impressive. I was impressed with Cambiasso. Again, it raises the issue of the homegrown issue where we're at our limit per se, and he's also injury prone. So do we want that? I don't know. And again, the price very high. Do we want that? So Cambiasso comes with his issues, but I did think, wow, that guy's good. He was playing inverted fullback, and I thought, wow, seems like the type that Pep would like. I can see why. It was all over the place. Looks very smooth and fluid on the ball. He was good. But again, the Al Ain was bad, real bad. This morning we did hear John Stone wants to stay. I'm here. I want to stay. I love it. I'm here to help. I don't know what's been said or speculated, but I hope it kind of shuts down. Interesting from Stones, because a lot of fans, at least in our chat here, have discussed John Stones as needing to leave. I've done a lot of videos on who's out, who's in, and most of the time people are pretty much in agreement. Stones, we love you, bro, but you are made of paper. Sorry, you're out. Interesting picture chosen here, as Kanji might be, if Stone's staying, Kanji might be on his last bit of run for City. But anyway, where is it? Here it is, right here. Pep reaffirms that a different 10 players will play versus Al Ain. Now, he doesn't specifically say 10 players will start different, but that's what I think he means. I'm going with 10 different players in the starting lineup, which is really exciting for me because we get to build a whole team of basically everybody, but Ederson is different. Of course, Rico Lewis cannot play because the red card. But again, is that a big deal? Not really. So let's go back to the preview here. Fixture is today, 9 p.m., live here on the channel for the watch along. Would love to see you guys. Like I said, there's a preview here that I haven't actually looked at. I wonder if they do a little. Let Let's see. Any sort of... No, nothing at all. Nothing interesting at all. Nothing, no player to look for. Whatever. Anyway, let's just do the lineup preview together here with the chat. You guys let me know who you want starting. And he said 10 different players, so I'm guessing Ederson is obviously going to start in goal, which is fine. Rico Lewis is obviously unavailable, like I said. So we will get Mateus Nunes. I'm pretty sure we will see him at right back. I think. I mean, I guess you could do Akanji there, but I don't think Akanji would be preferred there. Akanji will probably start at center back, I think. I think it'll be Akanji at center back, and I think this one will be Ruben Diaz. And I think Gavardiol will once again be rested because very, very good. Gavardiol was hammed out more than anyone in the side this past season. So let me move that over for you guys. Gavardiol played more minutes than any player. Anytime we're able to give him a nice little rest, I think is totally, totally worth it. I've seen links with Martin Fernandes from Porto, so they may be keeping Stones in anticipation that our right back won't be homegrown. It's very fair point. The Livramento deal does seem overly expensive, and I would be shocked if we got Livramento done. I am not one to think that is going to happen. I know a lot of people think it will happen and City are going to way overpay if they have to. But for me, I think there's just no way you spend $80 million on a right back. I don't see the value there. Surely you spend more money elsewhere in a position that is more impactful of winning. That's just my analytical take on it. Right back, yes, it's important, but is it the most important position on the field? No, it's just not. Maybe that's harsh, but that's how it is. PK says, smash the likes, people. Thank you, PK. Welcome to the stream. I saw you sub the other day. So I believe this is either the first or second stream you've been in. So hope you're well. My guy, hope you're well. Do let me know in the comments if you are a global Man City fan like myself. Obviously, I'm over here in the States, in Florida. But if you're from Manchester, of course, no big deal. Just let me know. I'd love to see where people are from and how they became City fans like myself. At left back, I think we will see the debut of Ait Nori, the new left back. If I could spell his name correctly. All right, come on. That's how you spell it. There we go. Ait Nori, the former Wolves player, going to get his first run out here, I believe, at left back. And this is interesting because this could be an actual lineup we see a lot during the Premier League season if we don't sign a right back and if Akanji stays. Maybe you switch out Akanji, move Diaz over, and Gavardiol is the starting left-sided center back. That's probably the most likely at the moment back four to have, with Nunes starting at right back. I know a lot of people don't like Nunes at right back. I also don't really enjoy Nunes at right back. But is he better than Rico Lewis at right back? I think probably yes. I think that is the case. Is he good enough right back to be challenging for the Premier League? My answer is no. It's just not. Is he good enough to compete for Champions League? Maybe compete, win it? No. So, yes, we would like to see Livramento sign, but again, $80 million on that position. I am not into that at all. No, thank you. Again, we are doing 10 different outfield players for this lineup. So we did not see Nico Gonzalez. Hopefully we get this guy some minutes here. I know he didn't play a whole bunch during the last bit of the season, but Nico G is a name to remember. I hope he has a very big season upcoming. I think he has it in him. We just need to ensure that he is able to get on the field, which could be helped with the potential exit looming for İlkay Gündoğan, which, as you guys know, there's a lot of links to Turkey, to Galatasaray. He's got family from Turkey. He's obviously German, but he has heritage in Turkey and has always spoke very highly of going to play there. So I think that does happen following the World Cup, which opens up a lot of minutes for Nico G. Hopefully, Tajani Reinders obviously as well. Nico O'Reilly maybe even in midfield at some point would be nice to see. All Things Football says we got to clear out Porto. They're straight facts. Porto, obviously very well known for their very good academy. That's a place we should be living, is the Portuguese league, with Hugo Viana as the new main guy running things here. Far13 says, I think Kusanov will start. Would you start him next to Ruben Diaz or Akanji? That's a great question. If we want to give Ruben a nice little rest, because he did play in those Nations League games for Portugal, maybe we see Diaz take a break and we do see Kusanov. I would love to see Kusanov over Akanji even. I'd like to see Kusanov and Gvardiol paired together, but do I think Pep will do that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that is in the cards. I would love Kusanov, though. I really enjoyed watching him play from when we signed him in January on, even barring that Chelsea 5-minute disaster. Other than that, he was really, really good. He says Akanji, so take out Akanji. I'm cool. I'm happy to remove Akanji from this and roll with Kusanov. It's a good point. He didn't play a whole lot following he played like 9 games and then there was very little minutes for him. Akanji is also kind of coming back from injury. We also might be selling Akanji, so let's throw Kusanov in there. Drop Akanji. All right. I live with the chat. I go with what the chat says. This is, it's my channel, but I'm a man of the people. I love to go with what the chat says. So we have Nico as the first midfielder here. The midfielders that started in the previous game were Reinders, Cherky, and Foden right there in the midfield 3. So we're not going to see any of them start. Maybe they come off the bench. Hopefully we see Cherky come off the bench. I know a lot of people are excited for the new signings to see them play, but I don't think they're going to start if Pep is true to his word about this 10 new players starting. So that, to me, leaves Bernardo probably. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo, how do you spell that? Bernardo Silva as the 8. And then the 10 is interesting because I believe, and I am manifesting this, we are going to get an ECHEVERRI start. A Claudio Echeverri starting appearance for Man City in the midfield, not on the wing like a lot of people speculated. He's in the 10. Him, Bernardo, Nico. Interesting lineup. Probably not one we're going to see a lot of this year, but I would be excited with this. It's probably like that, more likely. Bernardo would probably be on the left side, being a left-footed player. And then the front 3, I think if we're obviously rolling with Pep's idea, All Things Football says, yes, he sees Oscar Bob starting. I also see Oscar Bob getting minutes here. Oscar Bob is, let's just do this. Oscar Bob, there we go. He'll be the right wing through the middle. Obviously, it'll be Holland if we're not going to go with Marmouche through the middle. And then the left wing is interesting. Who do you have as an option for left wing? You got Doku, who started, so you can't be him. You have Savinho, who started, so it cannot be him. No Cherky, no Foden, no Marmouche. You look at our bench, who our other options are. Rodri, not available to start, as Pep did say in a press conference. Other players would be, I don't know. Might have to be Oscar Bob, right wing. And then we might have to roll with, this is a tough one, guys. We don't have many options off the left. That's a good point. Can Oscar Bob play off the left? Maybe we'll do this sort of thing where we have a more stacked midfield and he starts Gundogan like this, and there won't really be a left-sided presence because it will be Ait-Nouri the one getting up and down. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment here. We might have this sort of situation. And actually in this scenario, I would go like this. Diamond in the midfield, Holland and Bob up top. How do you guys feel about that? All Things Football says I think Pep is going to start Foden, get his confidence, and sub on Savio. Well, I would be backing that. However, he said 10 new players, 10 new outfield players. So if we're rolling with that idea, the only real option is to pack the midfield. Gundo, Nico, Bernardo, ECHEVERRI, Bob, and Haaland up top. Unless you potentially start Mateus Nunes in midfield and Akanji at right back. I'm not really a fan of that idea. I just kind of over watching Akanji play football, to be honest with you guys. So should he be leaving at some point, I don't think many people would be overly concerned. I would start Rodri, but Pep said Rodri will not be participating as a starter yet. He's not ready to start. So, again, no issue. I think, should he stay true to his word with this 10 new rotations, this is what we're going with. We're going to get 2 up front. And this could very well be ECHEVERRI as the other man who presses and Bob in this kind of hole in the 10. That could happen as well. But just for guesstimation purposes, this is what I'm going to go with. I like it. Obviously, it's going to be good enough to beat Al Ain. We should not be too concerned, too worried, or anything like that. This should get it done. Juventus showed that they're not one of the teams really to be feared here. So for me, my prediction, we're going with a 5-0 win. Another thrashing of Al Ain, which would be great. Bring the confidence up. Hopefully we get Haaland hat-trick or a Bob hat-trick, or ECHEVERRI has some nice moments, and we can get to the bench as well. See some performance from Cherokee. Maybe Reinders gets on. Maybe we see some more Rodri as well. Maybe Stones is available for the second half for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, but I don't know. Maybe he's not quite ready yet. I would love, like I said, to continue resting Gavardio for the knockouts. He's had very long, grueling season. So this is what I am going with. 5-0 win, like I said. Do let me know what you guys think of this lineup in the comments. Let me know your score prediction. And like I said, I can't reiterate it enough. Watch along tonight here on the channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK time. Would love for you guys to all come watch the game with me. Help me build the subscribers. We're going for 200. Very close. And anything we can do to reach that goal will be really, really cool. So that's all for the preview today. It was just a little preamble discussion about the game tonight. But I'll be back live for the game. Very excited. Do come by, bring a friend. And I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, I will